Good day, Libra, and welcome to my channel. This is your weekly reading for April 14th to the 20th. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope this reading resonates with you. Let's go ahead and check out your affirmation for the week. I am at peace with who I am as a person. I am at peace with who I am as a person. That is your affirmation for the week. Universe speak. Spirit's guide. What needs to be known? What lessons need to be learned? Five of Hearts. Seven of Clubs. King of Clubs. And the King of Spades. Okay, so Libra, looks like your main energy here is the leadership card, the King of Spades. Yeah, so you're probably in some sort of leadership at this point in time, and that can be leadership in anything. That can be leadership in your work, or that could be leadership at home. Like maybe you're the one that runs the house, and you have that leadership. And what the card is really here for is to tell you to lead with your head and not your ego, right? Nobody wants to follow an egotistical ass. And the reason why our ego gets to us when we're in leadership a lot of the times is because we think we know it all once we become the leader. We must be the leader because we know it all. I've actually had somebody come on here and talk about how they never use their ego. And it's like, well, I'm just saying that sometimes, you get leadership and your ego can take over. So just be careful about that. That's all I'm saying. I don't need to know if you always let your ego get a hold of you or not, right? But anyway, so lead with your head, not your ego. Take in people's advice, take in people's opinions and all that good stuff. You don't have to use their advice or anything, but it's good to keep an open mind and take it in because you never know, somebody might have an ideal or something that you did not think of, and it's good to take that on. At the beginning of the week, you got self-pity. So yeah, you're gonna feel left out. You're gonna feel sorrow, disappointed. You might be reminiscing of the past. Something from the past that's causing you to have self-pity. If it is about the past, leave it. Forgive the past, forgive yourself of the past, and leave the past in the past where it belongs. Because you're not going to get anywhere with self-pity, right? Self-pity gets us nowhere. Just as much as people don't want to follow an egotistical ass, nobody wants to be around somebody that's pitying themselves 24/7. So definitely do not stand that energy. And if it has to do with the past, just deal with it and move on. There's nothing you can do about past events. They are what they are. Uh, in the middle of the week, you got some snakes in the grass. So this is either a couple or a group of people who are trying to just kind of, sabotage your work, confuse you in love, just kind of stir things up in your life, right? So it's a good time to keep one eye open and keep your faith and your love in your life and all that stuff in your work, and be very careful of what you listen to from people, what you let get sink in from people around you right now, because they're snakes. They're going to have that snake's tongue, and they're going to talk lies and bullshit and try to bring you down and try to bring your world down around you. So just be careful of that, okay? At the end of the week, you have the King of Men. Now, the King of Men does not have to be a man. It can be a woman, too. This is just a fatherly figure, somebody who is loyal and selfless and, gives good advice, stirs you in the right direction. They don't want to steer you wrong, and they don't really beat around the bush much. They get to the point. And you're going to have this person to lean on this week, when you're dealing with leadership or self-pity or what people are saying about you. You're going to have that person. So you would know who this person is. This could be your actual father, but for some of you, it might not be your father. And, oh, that's weird. I just got this, like, thought in my head that maybe this card, if you don't have a father, like say your father passed away or something, this card could be talking about looking back on the past of your father's words, right? Lessons and whatnot that you learned from your father. But that'd be only for some of you. Others of you, this is just a person that's fatherly, or could be your actual father. Um, you would know who this is. You would definitely know who this is. And those of you who don't have a father anymore, yeah, maybe it's time for you to reflect on the things that your father has taught you about self pity, about leadership, about when people talk shit about you. Maybe you need to reflect on that. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what the tarot cards have to say. Universe speak, spirits guide. What needs to be known? What lessons need to be learned? Okay. So, yeah, you need to really center yourself right now. Don't get too carried away with the things going on around you, especially like the snakes in the grass, the past stuff, and all that. Don't get too wound up in all this. This is a time to center yourself and really pay attention to what's going on around you. The people talking shit and all that, and really learn. Why would they be doing this? And whatnot, and raise your vibration. Bring your vibration up, where you're vibing a lot higher than these snakes in the grass, which means don't sit in that self pity, because you can't raise your vibration if you're sitting in self pity. So definitely center yourself. I wouldn't get into too much going on in life in general. I wouldn't really jump into any. I'm going to say games. Just don't jump into any games at this point with people, because you got people working against you right now, definitely. So especially if you're in leadership, these people could just be jealous that you're in the leadership role. These could be people that you're actually leading, and they're talking shit, and you need to not let that get to you, right? You need to center yourself and raise your vibration, and be better than them, right? Be much better than them, and just really take in what's going on around you, and don't get lost in it. So there you go. I hope this resonated. I hope it helped in some way. If it did, hit that like button. And if you would, please comment, share, and subscribe. I hope to see you back here next week. And until then, stay safe, stay mindful, and stay healthy.